Okay, last section in 7.2, we're going to be looking at different area formulas for a triangle. And the first one we are most familiar with is the standard formula. So for a right triangle, or for a triangle where we are given the height, the area formula is A is equal to 1/2 base times height. And you'll notice I'm writing area kind of differently since we've been using capital letters to represent angles of sides. I don't want you to get the capital A confused with area, so I'm writing that just a little bit differently. Okay, what if we don't have a right triangle or we don't have the height? Well, these are called oblique triangles, and if we are given two sides and an included angle, and if you remember that, that's side, angle, side, we have three different forms of our area formula. So we have A is equal to 1/2 B times C times the sine of angle A, or 1/2 A times B times the sine of angle C, or 1/2 A times C times the sine of angle B. Now this one comes from, let's just do a real quick sketch here of a triangle. We have angle A, angle B, angle C. So if we're given side, angle, side, so let's say we're given side B, angle A, and side C, well, we can use that information to figure out the height of our triangle, because the sine of angle A is the opposite side over the hypotenuse. Well, opposite side is our height, and our hypotenuse is side C. So if you solve that for our height, the height is going to equal C times the sine of angle A. So in our formula, area is equal to 1/2 base times height. That's 1/2, and our base is B, times our height, which is C, times the sine of angle A. And you can tell that that's one of our formulas that we have over here at the side. And then depending on what side, angle, side you're given, the letters just change, but that's where it comes from. Okay, our next area of a triangle, if we are given two angles and any side, so those cases are angle, angle, side, or angle, side, angle, we can find that third angle and then use the formula area is equal to side C squared times the sine of angle A times the sine of angle B divided by the sine of, 2 times the sine of angle C. And you'll notice that the side squared in the top of the fraction and the angle in the bottom are the same. So if we want to write those in our different forms, if we have A squared, that's going to be the sine of our other two angles, so B and sine of C, all divided by 2 times the sine of angle A. And then the last case that we have is B squared times the sine of angle A times the sine of angle C, all over 2 times the sine of angle B. And then the last formula that we're going to have to look at is if we were given all three sides, so that's side, side, side. This is called Heron's formula, or Heron's formula. It's pronounced a couple of different ways, and if you look it up, they have both pronunciations there, but I'm going to call it Heron's. And first you need to find the semi-perimeter. Semi is half perimeter, so perimeter all the way around and then divide by 2, so that's S is equal to sides A plus B plus C divided by 2. And then the area formula is the square root of our semi-perimeter times the difference of the semi-perimeter and side A times the semi-perimeter minus side B times the semi-perimeter minus C. So there are all of our formulas. Let's look and see if we can figure out where we are going to apply all those. So we have some examples here. If we take a look at example 8, we're given the base and we're given the height because this is a right angle. So here's our base and here's our height. So we're just going to use our formula that we are all familiar with. So we have our area is equal to 1/2 base times height. So that's 1/2 of 4 times 2, which is equal to 4 feet squared. And area is in squared units. Okay, let's take a look at example number 9. And what we're given here is side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. So that means we're going to use our oblique triangle formula. And if you want to label all your sides, you can do that. So let's say this is A, B, and C. So that means 2 is side C, and B is equal to 4. So we're going to use the area formula of 1/2 B times C times the sine of angle A. And again, we substitute in. And we get our area for this triangle to equal 3.06 inches squared. Okay, example number 10. If we take a look at this one, let's label some things. Let's call this A, B, and C. So 6 centimeters would be side length A. And we're given 2 angles on the included side. So this is angle, side, angle. Now, first we need to figure out what angle A is equal to. Well, that's easy enough to do. Angle A is equal to 180 minus 52 minus 19. So that means angle A is equal to 109 degrees. So we're going to use our formula when we're given angle, side, angle. So area, and again, now you can see why I'm using the different form of A, so we don't get angle A and our area confused. We're going to have A squared times the sine of angle B times the sine of angle C all over the sine of angle A. Let's substitute in. Okay, and you just type all of that into your calculator, and we end up with the area for this triangle to be 4.88 centimeters squared. And make sure you do plug those into your calculators to make sure you're getting the same answer. And then our last example, number 11, we're given all 3 sides. That's easy to identify, so that's side, side, side. So we're going to use Heron's formula. First we need to find our semi-perimeter. So let's add up all of our side lengths and divide by 2. So that's 2 plus 3 plus 4 divided by 2. So our semi-perimeter is equal to 4.5. We substitute into our area formula. So we're going to have the square root of 4.5 times 4.5 minus 2 times 4.5 minus 3 times 4.5 minus 4. And I'm going to show the in-between step here so we make sure we have all the right numbers. So that's 4.5 times 2.5 times 1.5 times 0.5. Multiply those all together, take the square root, and we end up with our area for this triangle being 2.90 miles squared. So the key thing here, identify what you have, pick the right formula, and substitute in.